Good morning. It's 5:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to wish everybody a happy birthday today. I want to wish you a happy anniversary. And men, women's always right. So I hope you all don't work too hard. I hope your children have a good day in school if you went back to school already. I hope everybody has a good day. Well, today is payday. If you get paid on the 3rd, it's payday. I gotta go out and pay some bills. I gotta go to my electric company and pay my electric bill. And I gotta go to Tractor Supply and get my cat litter, which it's those, oh man, I'm in pain. And I want to say hi to all of my YouTube family. Good morning, everybody. A good evening, wherever you are on the planet. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Hope everybody had a good birthday. Hope everybody have a good anniversary. Like I say, I gotta pick up some stuff. I gotta pay my water bill today too. And I gotta get everything together for my eye surgery Monday morning. And hope everybody have a good week. Hope everybody got what they want for Christmas. I hope you men out there got what you want. I hope your girlfriend or your mate got what they want for Christmas. I hope nobody got arrested for drunk driving New Year's Eve. Hope nobody wrecked. Hope nobody got killed. Hope nobody got their vehicles towed in on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I also want you to say prayers and that for those people in New Orleans that got killed. I heard a person that done what they done got killed, I believe, by the police. Oh, man, I hate my shoulder pain. I want to welcome you all from all over the planet. You have a great morning and a great afternoon and a great night, whatever its time is in your country. Hello, Cosmo. How you doing this? Well, to me, it's this morning. Hello, Isaac Rowe. You got a good name. I knew some people. Their last name was Rowe. Herb and Terry. They both has passed away. Well, I got about 5:10 on my clock. Sometimes I set my clock 5 minutes ahead, and that way I either get up 5 minutes early or I leave 5 minutes early. But people, I hope you got good weather. If you got snow in some places, okay, thank you, Alexander. Thank you. That's a nice name. I have to say, very good for your mom and dad to name you that. God bless you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I'm experimenting on what time of day to get on here because of the time difference and the time zones and the different country. Thank you all. God bless you all. You make me get the goal where I want to go. Thank you all. I love you all. You're all my family. Wisconsin. Oh my gosh. They're talking about snow here in southern Indiana. Where I'm at, I'm close to Louisville, Kentucky area, you know, the border of Louisville, Kentucky. I'm too old for snow. When I was young, people, when I was young, I used to go out. I don't want you to do because now they arrest you for it. I used to go where I went to high school when I was young, do donuts in the school parking lot. Now they arrest you for doing donuts. Yeah, that cat behind me, the yellow one, that's Kathy. That's Kathy. Yeah, this cat here is Kathy. I'm trying to look, see if I have to turn a little bit. I might have to turn my camera. Oh. Well, I ain't got. Well, it's too dark. I guess I have to make my light brighter where I can. There's a cat up there. There's a bunch of more cats. There's one right here. That's Margaret. You know, I love kitty cats. Most of my kitty cats is named after either old girlfriends. I got one, Alexandria, you'll like it. I got one cat named Alex, named after one of my sweet daughters, who's a very good girl. She works hard at her job. Hi, Allison. Hi from Indiana. I got about 5:14 a.m. if it's the right time. Some people says I got too many cats. But my cats, nope. I was born during the Korean War. The Korean War was in the 50s. Man, you trying to make me old Alexandria? No, I wasn't born in 37. I was born in the 50s. I love every animal too, Isaac, except raccoons. Yeah, I miss my dog Charlie. I like Korea. I'm not going to say north or south. I'm going to say I like Korea. That way I don't upset anybody or get you in trouble. There's a YouTuber that lived in Korea. He went to the great YouTube in the sky. I'm about 72. Or if you turn around backwards, I'm 27. You know, animals, people, they give you unconditional love. They know when you're feeling bad. They know if you're gonna have a heart attack. Some places, yep, you just turn around backwards. Isaac, you have a great day. If you're going to bed or going to work, have a great day. But people, some places use animals in hospital to help people feel better. That don't help you turn around. You're still 22. Just make sure you get your education. Go to college. Bye, Isaac. Go to college. And maybe become a doctor, a lawyer. Have a good job. Look around where you live. See what kind of jobs they have where you won't get laid off. Lawyers don't get laid off. Doctors don't get laid off. If you're good at what you do, you'll have a good job. Some people say get into IT work, you know, stuff like that. That's very good of you. Editors, they got a good job out there. But some people who edit stuff, you know, newspaper and TVs, news, like that. I've seen stuff in the press I don't like 'cause I know it's a lie. And I went to a get-together over in Louisville, Kentucky over 4 years ago when Mr. Trump was president. I know some of you don't like Trump. That's your right. But my son and I, we sit there. It's over where they have the Kentucky State Fair. They give you about what it was. We went there to watch President Trump. And my son and I, we watched different news media. And they said, Trump said this and that. We was there in person. We knew it was a lie, but I want you all, if you work in a newspaper field, TV news media, I know when you work for somebody, they want you to tell a little white lie. I gotta see. Allison, when I was young, your age or younger, ouch, is the newspapers, the news media, they check the story and double check and triple check before they report it. That's, you don't know what to believe anymore on this planet. You can't believe what you see on the internet. Alexander, I'm in the great state of Indiana, the state of the good basketball coach, Bobby Knight. Some of you hated Bobby Knight. I live in Indiana. But people, some of you don't believe in God. God always tells the truth. When I went to a grocery store yesterday, I talked to one of the employees. I said, "So-and-so, did you have a good Christmas?" "Yes, and a good birthday." I said, "When was your birthday?" He said, "Christmas." That's the first time I met someone that had a birthday on Christmas. You're a very special person, people, when you're born on Jesus' birthday. That's a very special person. If it's a boy or girl, twins or triplets, that's a very special person that's born on Jesus' birthday. Let's see, it's about 5:20 something. Well, before I got diabetes and I had to cut my bread out, high blood pressure. When I was growing up as a kid, I loved fried chicken and mashed potatoes with fried chicken gravy. Like fast food. Hello, sir. How you doing this morning from India? And I see India. I think it's this afternoon. Hello, Booze Travel. What's up? There's something that happened to me yesterday. In case you all in the same boat as me. I take Ozempic. I'm supposed to get a 3-month supply of Ozempic. I go to Walgreens in Charlestown. I hope there's no snow comes Monday. Because I got eye surgery about 7:30 in the morning. And I don't want any snow. In the war, what gun you use? Well, back there during the Vietnam War, it was about an M16. Well, let's get back to the drugstore story. I went to pick my medicine up yesterday, and they brought all my medicine up. I had 4, but I sent one back because I didn't need metformin, because I got enough to last me 6 months. And I said, I'm supposed to get That means I'm going to have to leave early to drive about 20, 25. Hello. And see, I take Ozempic. That's a shot you take once a week. Thanks to Walgreens' greed, I can't live without my Ozempic. They said I can only get one a month instead of the 3 I get a month. I'm going to make some people mad here. But diabetes comes first in my book. You chubby people, doctors, thank you, my friend. The doctors is prescribing Ozempic for chubby people. Now, since Walgreens made a choice that I can only get one, Walgreens is messing with my life and my health. Well, chubby people don't die from not getting the Ozempic shot. People who has diabetes, they can die without their Ozempic shot because they're a diabetic. And those doctors out there figure that, Ozempic is a drug to help you lose weight. Yeah, that's true, people. But it's also for diabetics. No, there's some people that use an AK-47. I will show you, if I can show you. Look at this flag. That is an AK-47 on a rebel flag which says, "Come and take it." I think Walgreens is messing with my life. They told me they don't have enough of it. But if I was to die, can my family sue Walgreens because I don't have my Ozempic? Also, people, Walgreens corporate greed, corporate office, where, your drugstores always recommend you get a 90-day supply. There's other medicines that Walgreens ain't letting you get a 90-day supply. Man, if I have a diabetic attack because I didn't take my Ozempic, guess what, Walgreens? Get ready for millions of dollars of lawsuits. Chubby people don't die. Well, they do if they get overweight, but people who have diabetic, they can die. You put Walgreens, you putting those people's lives at stake. It's wintertime here. I can't drive 20 miles to pick up my Ozempic every month. You're messing with my life, Walgreens. I want you all to know about it. If you're a diabetic and you get your medicine from Walgreens, I don't like to talk about it, I lost a whole lot of friends from Agent Orange, the VC. I got nothing about Vietnam now. There are great people in Vietnam and Thailand. They're great people in Vietnam. They got pretty ladies in Vietnam. We should never got in the Vietnam War. We have soldiers. We had soldiers, Army, Navy, Marines, maybe Air Force, maybe. I think I covered everybody that raped those women, that raped those children. You all know that for a fact. How come our government haven't put them in prison? How come those soldiers that raped those kids in Vietnam, how come they're not on the predator list? But I want to educate you all. Who's diabetic? I know you're telling me, people, your doctor is recommending Ozempic. But why are you all taking it away from the people who's a diabetic? I could die, people. People who is diabetic can die without the Ozempic shot. Walgreens is looking. I'm in the USA. I'm in the United States of America. In the state of Indiana. I'm north of Louisville, Kentucky. You all know where Louisville, Kentucky is because of the Kentucky Derby. The Kentucky Derby where the horses runs around May time. You all heard of thunder over in Louisville around April where they have fireworks, planes flying over, paratroopers, helicopters, all that around. That's a thunder over Louisville. But where I go to, well, maybe a few of us booze use an AK-47 if we confiscated it sometimes. There's a few that did use AK-47s if they confiscated them. But M16 was the ones they used during the Vietnam War. I forget what TV show that was on TV that was in Vietnam. And I forget who LT was in this show. And you had twin brothers that in the movie. It's not Combat, but I can't remember what the name of the show. I think Combat TV show was in the German War. No, it's not the A-Team show. This is a bunch of Army soldiers. Not Rambo. It was a sergeant, a lieutenant, and some African American soldiers, white soldiers. Man, I can't remember. I hate being old. It's not the A-Team. But I can't remember. You know, I know you had Combat. That was during the German War show. But I can't remember that. It had helicopters. It was on every week for, I guess, a couple of years. Maybe. I forget the lieutenant's name. But they had in that TV show, you had two brothers, they was twins. I forget what they done. One of them got wounded or something, the other brother had to go out and find him. Then they got into the same platoon or something. I can't remember. It could be. I watch a whole lot of TV shows. Right now I'm watching, let me find my remote control of the TV show that I'm watching. Sue Thomas, FBI, she's a deaf mute FBI agent or something like that. I'm watching on Ion TV. There's a bunch of good old shows on TV. I've been watching for about the past 40 hours on Living in Alaska. It's on Freebie TV, which you got to have internet unless you can get it on your TV or you get it on your cell phone. It's showing people coming from Kentucky, Florida, moving to Alaska. People in Alaska, those homes are pretty expensive. And it depends what you want. Would I live in Alaska? That's too cold a weather for me. And the daylight and the nighttime, I don't know if I could live like that. And after that, then they showed in Wyoming. I think it was Wyoming. It's cold here in Indiana. I got a heat lamp out on my porch. I got a tarp of it for where my front door is, and I got to get the rest of it and nail it up. But thanks to the possums, I guess my kitty cat gets along with the possum. They've been sleeping out there. I got a box. New York. I'm from New York. Lordy. I like New York people. I used to drive an 18-wheeler. I've been to the Bronx, Minnetonka, downtown New York. No way. I couldn't live there. My nerves couldn't take it. When I was downtown New York, I think there was a TV station close to where I was at. 'Cause I had to deliver furniture. There was a furniture store. This cop came up and said, I guess On one side of the street, you park in the morning, and the other time of the day, you park on the other side of the street. Where I was parked, I should have been parked across the street. Cops said, "You can't park here." I said, "Sir, I'm waiting to get unloaded here." See, I showed him my paperwork. I said, "I'm waiting to get unloaded." When I did get unloaded, that's what made me mad, people. You might live in the state of New York, probably not downtown New York City, in the Bronx area. And I got the light green. You all know I'm telling the truth. I have the light green. I sit there. I couldn't move because people were jaywalking. I said, if I get out of here, I ain't coming back. 'Cause my nerves ain't that good. You know, I had some bad nerves. But I came through the Bronx after delivering furniture. I came out by the police department. I came out by 5:00. My trailer was empty. I had a padlock on it. They tried to get into an empty trailer. But I haven't been back to New York. I just can't take it. I've been to LA, California once when I deliver plasma. You know, we pick up blood at these blood places, plasma, and put them in the back of the trailer, which the trailer was about 30 something below zero, which is cold, people. But I learned more about Alaska. They got some nice houses up there. I don't know if I can have in the summertime. If I remember right, I said, what is it, a couple of months in the summertime, you got daylight. How can people sleep when it's daylight 24/7? I couldn't do that. That means I would have to have a basement with no windows. Well, I know you got to have basements and windows in case there is a fire, but I would black them out. I couldn't sleep. I'm sorry for the people in Alaska. Bruce, I got up early yesterday morning because I had to go pick medicine up. I had to go drop off $5 because somebody asked me to, because a family member was in the jail, so I had to take $5 and put it on the commissary. He said, "You got more?" I said, "That's all I got. I use it like maybe buy me a lotto ticket, but that's okay. But I won't see that $5 back. But that's what God wants me to do. I can get underneath my blanket, cover up, and I can sleep during the daytime. People, when you get old, you take cat naps during the day, you take cat naps at night. If I had a girlfriend, which I don't, because there's some ladies looking for a sugar daddy. I'm not going to be anybody's sugar daddy on $800 to $900 a month with the $20 raise I got this month. You know, I talk to my kitty cats. They don't talk back to me. You have to feed them. You have to clean their cat box out. And ladies, I'm not perfect right now on my housework because of my health problems. You know, diabetes don't stop me, but it's my arthritis. They're just things I can't do. It's hard. It's hard, Booze. Out of that $900, you know, that includes, you know, that what is it, $20 raise that everybody got. It's hard. You got to live on a budget. And that $20 raise, I lost $10 on food stamps. To me, that is stupid. I'm allowed to make $1,300. Okay, if that's the point that the food stamp office says you're allowed to make $20 times 12 months, people, that's not $1,000. They shouldn't cut my food stamps. You know, they shouldn't cut my food stamps. But up the road in Scottsburg, Indiana, you got Turning Point. They pass out food twice a month. Then The Rock, another church, they do that once a month. But the winter time, I'm not going to get out and be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, I can get a good parking place. I'm not going to do it. Not in the winter time. It's too cold. People, what I do, Booze, I'm telling the truth, is I live on a budget. People, I'm going to tell you. Let's see. They take out my car payment, my car insurance. They take out tomorrow. They take out my cell phone out of my account. They take my cell phone insurance out, which I think they do that today, or tomorrow. And I think I got no more payments on the loan this month, so I got that paid off. And a payment that I've never signed any papers on it. I'm going to have to get it and show you the company. I want to say Concord or something like that. I've never signed any papers to take a loan out. They cannot show me any paperwork. I have turned them into the Federal Trade Commission. They told them they have to change the due date. You know, And my credit score was way over 700. Thanks to this credit place, I lost 100 points because they said I was 1 day late. They told me they will not change the due date because you gotta watch these people. I don't know if you can get LifeLock. Check your credit score. See if people stole your ID. I never signed any papers. I think it has something to do with leaf filter. The only papers I've signed is with leaf filter. I checked my leaf filter paperwork. There's nothing about this loan company. So I don't know why, Okay, good, Alexander. I like that name because I got a daughter with the same name. Thank you all. Thank you. But also senior citizens, they've been showing on TV, they do it all year on your health insurance, showing that you get a allowance for your food card on your medical insurance, which I ain't gonna tell you hospital and medical insurance and medicine that I get. I get usually about 150, something like that. I usually go out on the first and get it. I have found out with this company, I know, War. I love that. I guess you saw my comment on your channel this morning. I hope it don't snow until after next Wednesday, 'cause I have eye surgery Monday at 7:30. That's the 7th. Then the 8th, then I had to go to the eye doctor where they could check it. What time, I don't know. Then 2 weeks after Monday, then I have this eye surgery. But like I say, what I do, people, today's payday, I go to the bank and I pay a few bills there. I take out $20 where I can go to Austin, Indiana, and pay my water bill. 'Cause a debit card or a credit card, they charge you a fee. I hope it don't snow, people. I'm hoping God let me have my eye surgery. Okay, War, I live real close to Louisville, Kentucky. I'm north of Louisville, Kentucky, about 19 to 27 miles north of Louisville, Kentucky. And where I have to go to have my eye surgery, I have to go to New Albany, Indiana, which is close to Louisville, Kentucky. And I don't like driving in snow. A four-wheel drive would be pretty good. But my son needs to get his butt in gear. Well, I tell you what, every time we get a storm where I live, well, the reason yours about 140 because you got water and sewage. And here I just got water, and that's usually $13 to $16 a month. But and I got a septic tank, people. That's a part of living out in the country. You don't have sewers. You got a septic tank. You got to use Rid-X or whatever you can use in it to help to clean it up. Every few years or so, you got to call a person to come and clean your septic tank out. Well, booze, say if you live in Charlestown, Indiana, say your water bill is $15. Your sewer bill would be $40 plus. The more water you use in Charlestown, Indiana, the higher your sewer bill is. If you don't go over, say, 2,000 gallons, you're looking at maybe $15 a month. And your sewer bill is about 3 times your water bill. I don't know how they do that, but it should be the same, but, I think it's stupid. What? What, Margaret? People, that's Margaret by... Well, I don't know how they can measure how much water going down your sewer. They only know how much water that's going into your house. Washing your dishes, flushing the toilet, washing your clothes, and taking a bath. How about the water you got in ice cubes? How about the water you drink? Oh. My alarm clock just went off. It goes off every morning at 6 o'clock. Because I got it set for Monday. Because I got to get up Monday at 6 o'clock. And I have to leave here by 6:30. way the sewer is here in Indiana, it's usually 2 to 3 times what your water bill is. The more water bill, so you figure if your water bill is $20, your sewer bill is going to be about 3 times what your water bill is. So you figure 3 times 20, you looking at your sewer bill to be $60. That's how they figure it here in Indiana, which I think that sucks. But people, I'm going to get off of here. But I want everybody to have a good day. Be safe going to work. If you got snow where you're at, or it's raining cats and dogs, leave early. Leave early for work. Allow you plenty of time to get to work or to a doctor's office, wherever you have to go today. You know, be careful when you're driving. And if it's snowing where you're at, people, what did I do? I don't know what time the weather.
Well here at Virginia and Juvenile. I haven't seen any big problems coming down southbound.
Well, it's not snowing here yet.
Bridge. From the Oxmoor Auto Group Traffic Center, I'm Mike Marshall with WDRB Traffic.
Thank you, Mike. Sports Illustrated has named it.
So, I show you all when the weather comes on. Like I say, I would pay my electric bill today. I probably have to go to Tractor Supply. Well, I got weather apps on my cell phone. It's probably about 30-something outside. I peeped out the living room window. For some reason, they don't want to sleep up on the porch where there's heat. Why, I don't know. But animals, they got World of Wheels, January 18th to the 19th at the Kentucky Expo Center. I guess it's a car show they're going to have. I will buy 2 lotto tickets today. I was going to use that $5 since I took it to a jail and put it on somebody's commissary. That is cold. It is cold. People, that's one thing I've learned. I've learned is have a garage. Maybe a heated garage. Maybe attached to your house. They got some kind of car show 18th and 19th. They just showed on TV. But maybe they will show it again. Well, hey, also people, I want to let you know, if you're a truck driver, they got a new truck stop. It's a Circle K truck stop on I-65 at the 19-mile marker. I just saw it was open yesterday. I don't know if you can park there overnight or not. I guess it got... Man, I hope you got a garage that you can keep your vehicle in and keep warm. Keep your vehicle warm. Also, people, since it is winter time, if you know you got a good mechanic, have him check your antifreeze. You know, I know you can buy antifreeze that's 50-50. You know, I usually maybe put, it depends how many quarts it holds. I usually put maybe 2 gallons of antifreeze with some water. It gets cold.
For a 61-year-old female, complaining of chest pain, dizziness, light.
Or somebody in Scott County, Indiana is having chest pain. So I want y'all to say prayers for these people.
Second EMS, code 3 to 627, right on play, 627, right on play. 61-year-old female, chest pain.
I can't even understand what this lady's saying, but that's okay. But man, if it got down to zero or before, I hate to see my electric bill. I know when it gets into single digits, my electric bill goes up to about $200. I just don't like it. I don't like this cold weather. But people, if you know truck drivers that pass through southern Indiana on the way to Louisville, Kentucky, or from Louisville, Kentucky, they got a new truck stop. This is free advertisement. They got a new truck stop open at the 19-mile marker on the east side of 65. It's a Circle K truck stop. I don't know, so they got it there. I guess I'm going to have to stop and look at it and see what they had, but
22-22-37, show myself at 24-10-42.
I know it gets cold in Tennessee. It gets cold. I'm going to have to put my socks on, people. My feet's cold. I don't know what booze, if you own your own house or what. It probably it's not well insulated. Ouch. Is you can get like an inspector or somebody that got this meter. It can tell you that they can go inside your house and look for air leaks, you know. And also, that's good, but you might have to put in new windows in your house. You know, energy efficient windows. There's I pity people who has heat pumps.
So report 21, 10, 41.
21.
Before booze, there's people, I forget what government agency will help you on your insulation and help you on installing new windows, energy efficient people, which I don't know. You know, that means you need to
Silver 95, 48, 10, 41.
95.
get new windows. I don't know. You need to go to a hardware store.
10, 41.
You need to go to a hardware store. Get you some clear plastic. You should have put that on the outside, but it's too cold to do it on the outside. But you can get some clear plastic. Put up around your window, maybe go 2 inches maybe an inch on both sides of your windows and top. Either thumbtack it or nail it and all this and slow down that leak. But, hey, Ward, where you live, is there people in your state that will help you paying on your electric bill or heating bill? The why I mention this, people, there is stuff or your electric company that you can get grants, which won't, sometimes 90 chances out of 10, it won't cost you anything, where they would help you upgrade your windows. and that will help you out. It might be, if you caulk around your windows inside your house, you probably could do it. But it's too cold to do it outside. You can go to your hardware store. Oh, that's weird, Booze. You should qualify, unless you over the income limit. But, you know, Booze, I would put that on your YouTube channel. Well, I try to get extra help. There used to be community action, now it's OVO. You know, I had to give them a copy of my electric bill and a copy of what Social Security I have. I think they pay $500 a year, something like that. But I still pay on my electric bill. Like, I think this month is $100 and something. I think I would pay $50 on it. Is what I would do. Then that give me about a little extra money. Is what I do. Well, that's probably why. Hey, Booze, I can't work. I can't work.
45-6.
45-6.
10-8 from the post. There's still an individual at the post.
45-6.
I get, here in Indiana, I think it's about $500. You know, I said, well, I could let it cover and not pay anything on my electric bill, but I usually pay something on my electric bill because if it gets cold, I need that money to pay that big bill, so I will pay something on my electric bill today. I know it's hard for people out there, but I'm going to get off of here. I got to go get my socks out of the dryer and put them on because my feet's cold. God bless you all. have a great day. Be safe driving to work. And I just want everybody to have a good day. That's what it takes, people. Since that woman froze to death, they got sued. I know in some states, they can't shut your power off in the winter time.
What's up, going okay?
You know, but
Yes, sir.
I will take care of myself, everybody. I hate leaving around 9 o'clock. Like I say, I gotta go to the bank, pay some bills. I got to take $20 out where I can pay my water bill later on today. And I probably have to go to Tractor Supply and get me a bag of cat food. What I paid $18 for it, now it's $20. Why is cat food higher than dog food? I wish my kitty cats would eat dog food. It'll be cheaper. I think that's just how Indiana is. Hello, low name. Good morning. Good morning there. I'm doing pretty good until yesterday I went to Walgreens, picked my medicine. I don't know what it is, but Walgreens, see, I get 3 months supplies of my medicine. Okay, I was thinking of dog food. And I get Ozempic. I get 3 months supplies. But Walgreens decide I can't have 3 months supplies because they run out of it because of the chubby people. Hey, you chubby people. To me, it's a matter of life or death. Because they use Ozempic people to help people lose weight. I need it for my diabetic. You won't die if you miss it a month. About 3 months of that Ozempic. Now I can only get one because Walgreens decided to be a blankety blank company right now. I can only get 1 month's supply. That means Walgreens is discriminating against diabetes because they want to help out the fat people. People, I'm sorry because you're chubby. I'm sorry. But all lives matter on Ozempic. But Walgreens right now sucks. You know, I try to buy at least 40 pounds of cat food. You know, I'll probably get by I say, I got in my bedroom, there's Margaret. That's the mother cat. I got 7 cats in here. One tomcat out in the living room. The only tomcat left out of 5. Outside, I got about 15 to 20 cats. I've lost a few outside cats. But the one I miss most, you saw the video, is Mama Blackie. You know, the wintertime, she always disappeared a couple of days to 5 days. She always come here to eat. But since she was over 8 years old, I started bringing Mama Blackie in. 15 minutes where she could eat without her daughters and grandkids coming up taking it away from her. Then let her go out. Then bring her in, maybe let her stay 30 to 45 minutes where she can eat and get used to being in the house.
Now the northern part of 3's drying off. What's your road temperature?
I'm thinking, War, is either have it transferred to Kroger's.
Made it to Seaport and all the way down 50. 10-4. And you run about 33 road temperature too.
I guarantee you, some other cats, they can get mean if you take their food away. I've seen Margaret get on, because this is Margaret. Right now, she wants a boyfriend, if you know what I'm talking about, people, since it's PG.
Yeah, we got road temperature.
But these kitty cats, like if you see a kitty cat on my chest, they telling me there's something wrong with my heart. They let me know. You know, just like dogs, they're a therapy animal. Some dogs and knows if you might have cancer. Some animals might let you know you're pregnant before you know. That was my dog Charlie on my son's mother. He let me know she was pregnant because he wouldn't let me next to her. I had a baby calico cat, Booze, outside. And then I always called her Kelly. And her brother or sister I call Snowball. And the other one's like a tiger cat. Well, something happened to the calico cat. I don't know if a fox got her or what. Some cats comes up missing. I love a calico cat. But I do lose some cats, outside cats. I do lose some outside cats. When I'm out there, you see those birds flies around. I'm sitting out there with a pellet gun. If they even think they're going to get my cats, I'll start shooting those cotton-picking birds. I know I got foxes. I do have coyotes. I know my raccoons won't hurt the cats. They sleep together, you know. Even wild raccoons will sleep together. But when Mama Blackie been dead 2 weeks or 3 weeks tomorrow.
Five down PR, 5 even.
It does happen. It does happen, people. But I decided to let Mama Blackie come in, let her stay all night. I showed her where the cat box was, but I had to use my scooper and put it in the cat box and showed her where to go. And after that was no problem. And she would eat breakfast and go out in the morning time. One day she was in for 2 days, because the morning that she should have went out, there was thunder. And she decided to stay in. I said, Mama Blackie, you want to go out? She wouldn't go. She just stayed right where she was sleeping. But the day she died, people, Mama Blackie came back. She acted like she was drunk, so she probably got a hold of some kind of poison. I know my neighbors don't use rat poison because, with the cats, they keep the mice down. And Mama Blackie did eat her canned cat food, some dry cat food, drank a little milk. Usually I got this chair in the tub that you sit on because I got arthritis. No, because I checked the neighborhood. But she acted like she was drunk. But because there's a couple of empty houses close to me where she was, where she's from. They could have rat poison in those houses. Because one of the walls for the basement is cave in, and the person who owns that house won't fix it. Raccoon goes in it, and probably other cats. But Mama Blackie jumped into the clothes basket. Then John Wayne, my yellow cat, jumped in there, laid next to her. John Wayne stayed with her until she passed away. If I knew a neighbor had done something like that, but those neighbors across from me on the north side, there's nobody living there. And Mama Blackie is from the north side. But I don't know why people want to kill one of God's creatures. If I knew someone poisoned my cats, I might be in jail. But I ain't going to tell you what I would do if I caught somebody poisoning my cat. I'd be mad. If I tell you what I would do to somebody who hurt my cats, that's terrorized threat.
Go ahead.
Animals got rights. I'm going to turn that around.
In federal prison. A federal jury found former LMPD detective Brett Hankerson guilty of violating Taylor's rights last year. He's set to be sentenced in just a few months. Well, from the Rolex watches to
I have to show you that because that's where Veronica Taylor got murdered a few years ago by the LMPD. I know. I wish, Mama Blackie was pretty smart. I've been here about 6, 7 years. She started coming over here to get her food. I guess she knew I love kitty cats. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Margaret. And every time she crossed the road, it seemed like people's playing tags. I said, there's a cat, 5 points. People, I'm going to give you some education. Anytime you run over an animal, you might get a flat tar because the bones can go into your tar. Man, my nose is itching. That means I'm going to have company. These kitty cats is my therapy animal. When I'm doing a live stream or recording one, you see a cat laying on my chest, they telling you or telling me, get ready to take a nitro pill or there's something wrong with my heart. Animals they know. You seen on TV that certain dog can smell out cancer. Well, one I just showed you on TV, he's a cop that killed Veronica Taylor back over 2 years ago in Louisville, Kentucky. They lied on a search warrant, saying there were drugs in the house, that this guy was living there. But here's the story of it. From the time when it happened, the guy they had the warrant on, they done had him in jail. They knew he wasn't there. And they lied on their search warrant, said they was having drugs delivered to the house through the post office. The post office never did say that. They committed perjury. That's stupid. That was murder. Period. Funny thing about it, she worked for Louisville Metro. She was an EMT. That was stupid. They lost an EMT person. And somebody kicked the door in. Her boyfriend shot him. Shot him in the leg. That's when they was waving their guns, shooting all over. You couldn't see who he was shooting. There was I think a child next door. They could have killed the child. But, cops is crazy. Nobody's perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm going to have to clean that window. I'm going to have to get my window cleaner and because, the cats likes to sit up there. Well, if you move out of the way, you can see how it looks up there. What, Margaret? Hey, people, in case if you're a TikTok fan, I want you to complain to your government. Complain to Mr. Trump when he gets to be president. He's trying to stop it. Stop it. Our government is trying to take away our First Amendment because of TikTok. Our government cannot control TikTok like they can Facebook. I don't think they control Twitch now. YouTube. And like I saw on TikTok, I forgot what country. I guess it was an attack or a bunch of people getting murdered by drug dealers or something. None of the national news carry it until we shared it on our channel. That's why our government, our Democrats, is shutting down TikTok because they cannot control that. Yeah, she's in heat. I know it. I like it. What? Come on. What? What? Yeah, Trump said he's going to fight and tell our government said leave TikTok alone. Well, all my kitty cats, they use a cat box. They have to go do, even in this stage, they use a cat box. Well, I want to say bye. I got to get off here. Good night, everybody. I love you. I love you and my family.